The third day of Ramadan represents a golden opportunity to continue the acts of worship and obedience that Muslims started on the previous 2 days. As the Muslim approaches the atmosphere of the holy month, he must take advantage of every moment to draw closer to Allah Almighty, to achieve the greatest amount of good deeds and blessings. Here are some of the best deeds that a Muslim can do on this blessed day. 1. Continue to renew his intention and sincerity. A Muslim must renew his intention on the third day of Ramadan, and ensure that his fasting and worship are purely for the sake of Allah. Sincere intention gives fasting a deeper meaning, and enhances the spirituality of worship. The Prophet said, "Actions are only by intentions, and each person will have only what he intended, agreed upon." Point 2. Regularly perform the Fajr prayer in the mosque. Fajr prayer is one of the greatest prayers, and it has a great reward with Allah. In Ramadan, it is recommended that a Muslim perform it in congregation in the mosque, as the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, "Whoever prays Fajr in congregation is under the protection of Allah," narrated by Muslim. Sitting after Fajr to read the Quran or remember Allah is one of the deeds that helps a Muslim make good use of the day. Point 3. Increase the recitation of the Holy Quran. The month of Ramadan is the month of the Quran, as the Holy Quran was revealed in it, so it is important for a Muslim to continue reading and contemplating its verses. It is preferable for a Muslim to set a daily portion that suits his ability, whether a part or more, so that he can complete it during the blessed month. Allah Almighty said, "The month of Ramadan in which the Quran was revealed." Al-Baqarah 185.4. Maintain the Duha prayer. The Duha prayer is one of the sunnahs of the Prophet that many people neglect, but it is one of the great prayers that brings blessings and sustenance. The Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, "Every joint of a person should give charity every morning, and 2 rak'ahs of Duha prayer are sufficient for that," narrated by Muslim. Point 5. Doing good to others and giving charity. One of the greatest acts of worship in Ramadan is helping those in need. Whether it is by providing iftar to those who are fasting, donating to the poor, or helping neighbors, these acts promote a spirit of solidarity in society. The Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, "Whoever provides iftar to a fasting person will have a reward like his, without any reduction in the reward of the fasting person," narrated by Al-Tirmidhi. Point 6. Frequent remembrance of Allah, dhikr, and seeking forgiveness, istighfar. Remembrance of Allah, dhikr, is one of the easiest and most rewarding acts of worship, especially in Ramadan. A Muslim can say frequently, "Glory be to Allah and praise be to Him, glory be to Allah the Almighty, there is no God but Allah alone, with no partner, His is the dominion and His is the praise, and He is over all things omnipotent. O Allah, you are the pardoner and you love to pardon, so pardon me." Allah the Almighty said, "And for men and women who remember Allah frequently, Allah has prepared for them forgiveness and a great reward." Al-Ahzab 35.7. Maintaining the Taraweeh prayer on the third day of Ramadan. A Muslim will have become accustomed to the Taraweeh prayer, and it is important to continue performing it with humility, whether in the mosque or at home, and not to be negligent in it. The Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, "Whoever stands during Ramadan out of faith and in the hope of reward, will be forgiven for his previous sins." Bukhari and Muslim. Point 8. Be keen on suhoor and delay it. Suhoor is one of the sunnahs of the Prophet that helps Muslims fast, and it is blessed. The Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, "Eat suhoor, for there is a blessing in it," agreed upon. It is preferable for suhoor to be light and balanced, and to drink a sufficient amount of water. Point 9. Strive to make supplications. Ramadan is the month of answered supplications, especially at suhoor and before iftar. A Muslim can supplicate for himself, his family, and his nation, and ask Allah for forgiveness, mercy, and acceptance. The Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, "A fasting person has a supplication when he breaks his fast that will not be rejected," narrated by Ibn Majah. Point 10. Maintaining family ties and communicating with relatives. Maintaining family ties is one of the deeds that Allah loves, and it increases blessings in life and livelihood. A Muslim can take advantage of Ramadan to communicate with family, whether by visiting or calling, which strengthens family ties and strengthens love between relatives. Conclusion. The third day of Ramadan is an opportunity to continue performing acts of worship and strengthen the connection with Allah. Through prayer, remembrance, Quran, and charity, a Muslim can build a strong faith routine that will last throughout the holy month. Let us all make the most of these blessed days and ask Allah for acceptance and forgiveness.